Player here. Just wanted to talk real quick about the energies on the planet and what is going on real quick. As you know, there's quite a bit of rioting and craziness going on out here in this world, especially in the major cities. And one of the main reasons is because of the third density energy that was being removed completely, that has been removed completely from the earth, but it's still within many, many, many people. So that's why you see all the dark is coming out into the light, because that's the only way it's going to be healed and removed. Now, it's very, very, very important for you to remain the conscious observer through all of these events that are occurring, because this is kind of just the beginning of some of the hell that you're gonna see that's showing up on the planet. And yesterday was really emotional for me because I saw so much hatred and people fighting, and there was riots on the street and people were saying really, 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 really bad stuff. Just being very racist and very close-minded with police officers, and it was just kind of quite a bit intense. So I do think that you should go ahead and make sure that you're very aware of your thoughts and very aware of what's going on around you, and just observe. Do not react. Do not fall into that third dimensional energy where you're fighting and rioting and burning shit down. Not to mention that is happening, but abundance is opening up right now for many, many, many spiritual people and light workers. So be open to receive, because right now those energies are highly active on the planet, and especially if you have been struggling for quite some time, those energies are actually appearing right at the perfect moment of right now to just basically help save you from falling completely when you were so close. So many people are also losing quite a bit of things as well. The ones that are actually losing stuff are now experiencing this because they had so much abundance, and everybody has to feel that pain of not having anything, or almost not having. If you had a lot of stuff previously and now you're just completely losing everything, your business might be falling apart. The more you have, the more you can lose. So that's kind of the scary thing with having so much abundance, is it could all be taken away from you much, much more harshly and much more felt. That's kind of what I wanted to say, is just keep yourself very grounded, and do not react. Every person is experiencing this release of third dimensional energy, which is fear, doubt, and worry. Now, if you do feel these emotions, the best way to look at everything is just, like I said, be the conscious observer, but observe yourself when you start feeling these emotions. And if you can actually see the difference between what's going on in your heart and your mind, and when you're seeing things happen out there that are really scary, or experiencing just some really, really dark people, just remember they're people too. They have their lessons. They're just trying to show emotional their distress for what's been going on. And even though it was a murder of, I had to think about this really hard, because I was trying to put my shoes in, step into the shoes of these people and wonder why the hell are they causing so much violence. Number one, they're really young, but number two, they have every valid reason to do what they're doing right now, because in their hearts what they're feeling is much more of a scare and pain to them, because of being young, not knowing everything about the world, and not knowing that these things happen actually a lot more than just one person. So it's good that they're standing up for what they believe in, and the violence is a shadow side of them, which we all have inside of us. So I was kind of angry about what was happening, but I wanted to bring the best message of that I could bring myself, which I just believe in unconditional love and making sure that people are aware that that's what's going to heal the world. But they are valid for doing what they're doing, even though there's violent people burning stuff. I haven't seen a lot of people physically hurting each other, so that's good. They're saying some really, really hateful things to the cops and to people around them. I've experienced that as well. Some very, how do I say it? Some very heartfelt things from you guys, and I totally get it. I understand why you said the things you did, and I understand why I said the things I did. And so I just want you guys to know that I love you and I care about you, and I do know why you're hurting and you're fighting, and you want to show why this has to stop. This whole dark structure will crumble, and we're all on the same team, and I want you to know that we have been fighting for the same thing in different ways. So however you're doing it, I'm proud of all of you, even though I would ask to try to keep some of the scary violence, destruction stuff down, name calling and stuff like that, because there's two sets of people that are rioting and out there protesting, and you want to make sure that you are respected for your stance. So the only thing I would say is be aggressive, but be aggressive by numbers, and be out there showing the world that you're here and there's many of you. The violent part is going to kind of throw some trouble in there when you're trying to relay the message that everybody's trying to relay. And I know that those are valid feelings, but I would just probably recommend doing things a little bit more powerful, but in numbers, and louder. Get as loud as you freaking can. Just remember to get loud, but do not be disrespectful and do not be hateful, but be powerful in your message and make sure that it's coming across very clear, whether it's saying, stop killing us, stop doing what you're doing to us, stop murdering people, stop the violence and the hate. But remember, calling these police officers names and attacking the police officers is not going to fix the problem. We want everybody to remain on the same side, and we want to come together as one. And as much as it looks like media-wise, you don't want to listen to the media, but yes, there are some bad people in the world, and it's not as many as you really see that they're trying to portray. And there's so many awesome police officers and loving, kind people, because they have families that they have to go home to and love, and they have normal lives too. So just remember, when you go out, if you're going out to riot or protest, I would say, just remember what it is to look like as a powerful structure without some of the hatred and violence, because that's exactly what you're trying to stop. So I would say do the best you can to show that you're pissed and angry, and that this will fucking stop. And we will not be compliant anymore with most of the shit that's happening, isolation and wearing masks and the scare structure that's being pushed onto the planet right now to try to change timelines of the ascension process. But it's not going to work. So I just wanted to apologize for how some things went with many people that I've interacted with, but I also want to kind of put a spin on it to show you that we feel the same way, and we're glad that you're doing what you're doing, and you need to be doing what you're doing out there, but just make sure you do it. Strength in numbers, powerful, strong messages that are validated by how you're acting and how you're showing the world that you're angry. And I'm sorry if this does not resonate with you. I'm just trying the best I can to show you that I care, and I'm sorry for some of the interactions that I've experienced and maybe some of the purging that I've done. the other night, posting some of those posts, but just remember all these people fighting. Sorry, there's quite a few people out here in helicopters. Just remember all these people that are fighting the good fight. We're all trying to prove the same point, but how you go about it is going to be a huge key in how we're going to change and move forward. So just try to really come together. Come together as one. Be pissed and rage and angry and say this will not stop until we stop it. But push as much love and energy as you can with that side of you. Because you can come together in love, but you can all fight and be pissed off and be angry for what's happening and not allow it to continue. So, I'm in Denver, Colorado. This is Reiki Flyer. Like I said, just be the conscious observer as much as possible. And keep fighting the fight, but do it together. We're in this together. So don't be violent with each other. Show them you're pissed. Show them you will not take this type of crap anymore, but do it together. Do it respectfully. But with lots of power and pissed off emotional craziness as you want to, but just be diligent on holding some of the violence, because we're trying to stop that violence. So much love to you guys. I hope that came across properly, but you will not see me wear a freaking mask. You will not see me wear a mask. I will not wear a mask. I don't care if that pisses you off. They're just fearing you. When I look at this, these people are scared of some of the stuff that is still happening. So it shows some control happening. There's many of us that will not comply. We will not be curfewed. We will not be stuck in our houses anymore. We will make money. We will be abundant, and we will do this together, and the dark side will come down. They want to join us, then they need to raise their light too. But stop the hate, stop the violence, spread the love, but spread the fucking message of this will stop. Peace.